It's been almost 2 months since a Bonita Springs doctor was murdered in her home, and so far, no arrests have been made for the violent death of Dr. Teresa Sievers. And tips in the case have slowed down. But Fox 4's Adam Pinsker spoke with a former police chief who says this doesn't mean progress is not being made in terms of tracking down the killer.
Well, Warren, patient confidentiality could be holding up this case. Since the victim is a doctor, police may need to access patient records so they can follow up on all their leads.
7 weeks ago, this Bonita Springs neighborhood woke up to a disturbing scene. A well-known holistic doctor, Teresa Sievers, found dead in her Jarvis Road home. Private investigator Walter Zalisco isn't surprised the Lee County Sheriff's Office doesn't have a suspect.
Most of the homicides that are committed, the suspect or the actor is known to the victim.
Sheriff Mike Scott says Sievers was targeted, and that could add another layer to the investigation should detectives have to pore through patient records. Those files are protected under the Health Insurance and Portability Act, or HIPAA.
There's certain ways that you can access them, but they would have to go through a court order. But there would be thousands of files that the police would have to be sifting through.
Zalisco, who has more than 3 decades of law enforcement experience, says investigators are being tight-lipped for a reason, regardless of how much information they have.
Homicide cases normally take a long time to solve, especially when you have no immediate suspects or persons of interest.
Even neighbors living near the scene haven't heard anything new.
One of my neighbors across the street, and he basically, a lot of times he'll find out more information than I do, and nobody really has heard anything yet.
Now, Zalisco says crime scene investigators need to make sure there is enough evidence to make an arrest and that the right person is charged, because if the suspect is acquitted, they cannot be tried for the same crime again. In the studio, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4, in your corner.